Hi, it's Kane from Floor Wrap, and today we're wrapping a painted kitchen. We're going to show you the extra steps necessary to prep a kitchen that's been painted so that we're able to wrap over it with our interior film. This kitchen had been painted a dark grey colour and it's got the existing laminate worktops in. The laminate on the join line in the corner is slightly raised from water damage, so we're going to dig this out, fill it, sand it and get it as flat as possible, ready for wrapping. The cabinets and the doors have been painted. As you can see, we've got some drip marks and some chips from wear and tear. The customer's chosen a nice warm wood effect from the LX interior film range. This interior film's got a really nice grain to it. It adds a level of realism not really found in many of the other interior films. Like I said before, this kitchen had been painted, and when we came to the survey we were a little unsure whether we were going to be able to carry out the work. We asked the customer whether they'd be happy for us to take a door away with us, prep it and wrap it, just to see the extent of the prep that we were going to have to go through. Luckily the prep wasn't too extensive and we were able to wrap this door. It's a nice light painted wood, and it's going to really brighten up the kitchen for this customer. First step, we'll be marking up all the doors so we know where they go back on. Then we'll take off all the handles and the doors and stack them ready to be prepped. We're going to remove all the silicone from down the sides of the worktops. We're going to prep this join in the corner, then get all the doors sanded, ready to be cleaned and primed. Got all the doors off. Luckily Dak was here to help me out because I grounded a screw on one of the doors, so he ended up taking off all the doors. Gonna get into a bit of a routine now with prepping these doors. What we're gonna do, Dak?
Gonna sand them, gonna clean them, and I'm gonna prime them.
Happy days. We're using two different primers on this job. We've got 3M Primer 94, which is a solvent-based primer. As you can see in the tin, it's translucent, so when we put this onto the worktops, it dries really thin. It just means that there's no primer that shows through the wrap. Underneath the worktops and for the painted sections, we're using an LG primer, which is a water-based primer. The reason that we're using this is it seals the paint that's already on. It just creates a nice strong stick. Now that we've got the worktops and the carcasses cleaned and primed, I'm going to get started on wrapping the worktops, and Dak's just started wrapping the plinths. He's also going to do the strips down the centres so that when we close the doors it'll be a nice seamless finish. These are some of the tools that we're going to be using. Got some of the trim tools from Wizard Pro Tools. This is a worktop wizard. It goes on the edge of the worktops. These sections here where there's nothing underneath, we can get nice clean cuts. They've also got another cool trim tool, which means that I can put my knife into there and cut against those tiles nice and neatly. We purchased some of these squeegees from RM Wraps in America. Pretty cool, they've got a couple of cool designs on them. They're a couple of mil thick so you can trim against them as well. And they're nice and hard for architectural work, plus the mega looking colours. Translucent green and a translucent pink. Thanks. Big debate, what's better? The red Milwaukee? Where's me Makita? I don't know, put it away. What's better, Milwaukee or Makita? Drop us a comment below. Get arguing. Dak's a Milwaukee man. Day 2 on the painted kitchen wrap. Yesterday we got loads done. I'll give you a quick show around the kitchen and show you what we're going to be on with today. Yesterday we wrapped all the worktops and siliconed them in white. Pulled out the cooker to remove these trims, so these trims have got to go back on, which we'll do today. Dak's not with me today, but he got most of the trims done around the carcass sections. I'll be wrapping the end panels and a couple of trims that are left over, but he got the skirts done as well for us, which is a big help. And he also wrapped this end panel here. The main job today is finishing the carcass panels, getting some of the doors wrapped and making this kitchen look complete. Now that we've got all the carcass wrapped, it's time to get started on the doors. We prep these painted doors, give them a good sand. We clean the doors with an alcohol cleaner and prime the edges with a water-based primer. We're going to wrap the front and sides of the doors and then 10mm onto the backs. This customer didn't have an end panel down the side of the washing machine, so we've had one cut out of MDF. Going to cut around the pipes, and then we're going to prime the MDF and wrap it to match. New end panel put in, cut around all the pipework at the back. Doggo's got some space to have a sleep. Customer's happy, happy days. We've finished wrapping the doors and the drawers, and we've put the drawer stack back together. We've also siliconed the end panels with a white silicone. It just finishes it off a little bit and stops any water ingress. And now that everything's wrapped, let's get it put back together. And this is what the kitchen looks like now it's complete. A brighter, more modern space. And now it's a bit lighter, it even looks bigger inside. The customer had this larder unit from IKEA, so we wrapped that as well to match. We think the worktop choice looks really good against the wood look laminate floors. As always, doors finished nice and neat. 10mm around the backs. We've levelled up all the doors as well. Customer's really happy with the end result, and we think it looks great too.